What's up, everybody? Just ended day 4, so we're on day 5. I'm feeling pretty good. Lost 15 pounds already, so I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. My clothes are already fitting looser, and yeah, I just feel lighter. So it's been going really good. This morning was kind of tough. Had some hunger pains and just low energy this morning. Didn't feel too great, and just kind of like a sore throat up in here, and which is really common. So I mean, if anything ever gets out of like an ache, like if it's like a sharp pain or something, if it's intense, I would be concerned. But if you're just aching, it's really common, at least for pretty much every fast I've ever been on. Just kind of like a stomach ache or throat ache, whatever the case may be. It's just very common, and many people go through it. It's no cause for alarm unless, like I said, it's extreme pain. Like if anything is concerning to you, by all means, please break your fast. Don't jeopardize your health, you guys. I've seen numerous instances of people not refeeding properly, just malnutrition, and the way to guard from that is it's not to end your fast, it's to make sure you are refeeding at least half the number of days that you fasted in between fasts, and make sure those meals are nutrient dense as well. You want to fill up your nutrient reserves 100%, before ever embarking on a new fast. Now, if it's a longer fast, like 30 days, that's really only recommended to do once every 6 months. You don't want to just do a 30-day fast and then eat for 15 days and do another one. That's definitely not good. Probably causes a lot of problems. Malnutrition, people lose their hair, just all kinds of crap can happen. So just be careful there. Always listen to your body. If you can't get out of bed, like, end the fast. Because I mean, I've had that happen to me, like when I first started fasting about 2.5 years ago, I was probably on my 4th 5-day fast, and I only made it to day 4, and I could not get out of bed for the life of me. I literally just like, holy shit, like I can't move. And at that point, I might have been able to push through it, but why? You know what I mean? What's the point? I can just start a new one. Like, it's no big deal at all. I don't see a problem with that. When your body is getting used to fasting, there's gonna, when you first start, there's gonna be a lot of detox symptoms, and I think that's a huge part of the reason why I was having that problem. So I actually had to call my sister on the cell phone and have her bring me a bowl of grapes. And once I was able to eat those grapes, within like 2 minutes, I was able to stand up and walk. So, just watch out for that. Do not push your body to the extreme. I mean, you can push your comfort zone, no doubt, but don't push your body to the extreme, because bad things can happen. People pass out and hit their head. Man, I've heard and seen too many things, and and the big thing is also, you cannot take any medication. I also see people will take like sleeping pills while they're fasting because they can't sleep. Oh, man. shit is just irritating. And another thing I can't stand is when people tell others to go ahead and like do crazy amounts of exercise while they're fasting and do this or do that, all because it works for them. Well, the thing is, what works for you might not work for somebody else, right? And that is the problem. You can't advise somebody to do something that you've done just because it worked for you. Like, it's just, I see that a lot. People telling, oh yeah, on day 15 of a fast, and I just ran, a 5K or a 10K, and I feel great, and there's no reason why I can't do it or whatever. It's just like, okay, that's fine that you can do that, but make sure you let people know that how my body reacts might not be the same as how your body might react, and you need to take precautions, right? And that's huge, and I think that a lot of people need to learn that, because these, like, people will take your advice and end up hurting themselves, and then what? It's like, it's sad, it's scary, and and then it puts a bad name on fasting too. I don't know, I'm just kind of going on a rant there about that, because I see that time and time again. I help admin a group with like 23,000 people, water only fasting support group, and we see that time and time again. Also, we see constantly people telling people to suck on salt, put salt in their water, and all kinds of crap, and it's just simply not needed. If you have a mineral imbalance, you're having mineral imbalance symptoms, you need to end your fast and address that with your diet, and then continue at a later date when you feel that, or when you've been get checked by a doctor, go get your blood checked, and make sure that you're medically cleared to fast. Tell them that you're going to fast. Don't be shy. Tell them that you're going to fast. They might tell you you're an idiot. They might tell you that you're stupid for doing it, but who cares? That's none of their concern. They have to know exactly what is going on for them to give you like a proper diagnosis or whatever, okay? So that's pretty important, because I've seen people post that they've gone to the doctor and not telling them that they're fasting. Oh my God. So, yeah, don't be afraid to tell the doctor what's up, and educate yourself, man. Like, doctors don't even know that fasting, like, the powers of fasting. Like, educate them. I actually, the last doctor appointment I had, I educated the hell out of the nurses and the doctor there. Like, it's funny to see people squirm when they, when somebody goes against their beliefs, but it actually makes sense. One big thing that people always tell me is, I tell them that I've lost 140 pounds, and I tell them how I do it, or how I did it, and how fast I did it. It was 7 months, and I did it all with 5-day fasts. They always say, "Oh my God, that sounds so dangerous." And my response to them is, well, what actually was dangerous was me walking around with 140 pounds of fat on my gut. That's like a loaded gun to your head every day. And usually they shut up when I tell them that. And then I just tell them to educate themselves, like, take a look at how many people are fasting and how many people are getting great benefit from it. You just have to search for it. It's everywhere. Of course, you can find stuff that says fasting is dangerous online, but that goes back to people not doing it properly. Whenever it's done properly, I have not seen anybody really at all like have any issues, as long as it's done properly. And listening to your body and ending it when you need to, taking the amount of days that you possibly can, and then you get those cleansing benefits. Every single fast you go through, your body gets more clean and more clean and more clean. unless you undo all that with the bad food, right? So you have to be eating clean, of course, in between those to really get that benefit 100%. You would still probably benefit even if you ate cheeseburgers, as a matter of fact. That's beside the point. Yeah, I just wanted to clear some of that up because we do see a lot of just irresponsible fasting and irresponsible advice given by people, and it can hurt people, and that's why we're so adamant about water only fasting. Like, that's really the only safe way to go about this. But yeah, I think I said everything. I will update you guys tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Usually day 5 is pretty dang hard, so I'm hoping that it goes good. But regardless, I'm going to give you guys the real update. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If I'm feeling like absolute garbage, I'm going to tell you. And if something happens and I have to end my fast, I'm going to be real about it. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's going on. So just keep that in mind, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.